We're going to get started in a seat. Either sitting cross-legged or in hero's pose. Actually, it started one of the classes last week with hero's pose after invoking the Gita, which felt very appropriate. So since we are also invoking that today, if you would like to start in hero's pose, I think that would be appropriate. Otherwise, just come to a comfortable seat. And as we start with some gentle rocking forwards and back, maybe even side to side. And for today, try to keep the spine long. So rather than leaning the head forwards and back or slumping the shoulders forwards and back, try to just keep the spine erect like a pendulum. Either let the eyes close or gaze down towards the floor. Soft gaze, not paying attention to anything in particular. When you're ready, let the movement slow down a bit. Maybe a little slower. Maybe slow enough so only you could tell that you're moving. And then take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, come to stillness as you press down through the sitting bones, reach tall through the crown, inject a little bit of space between each vertebra. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. And spin the biceps away from you and the triceps towards you. Yeah, nice. Nothing too crazy. Palms can be up or down. Either let the eyes close now or just stay gazing down towards the floor. Bring your attention to the shoulder blades. Can you press the shoulder blades in, almost through the chest a little bit more? Draw the navel in to support the low back, but allow the diaphragm to move freely. Every inhale, imagine you could inhale from the root, from the sitting bones, all the way through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, exhale down from the crown all the way down to the sitting bones. Maybe tap into your Ujjayi breath, a soft constriction in the back of the throat. And when you're ready, we'll take 3 breaths together to begin. Let your next exhale be deep and complete out through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Deep inhale, long spine. Deep exhale, maintain that length. Last time, inhale. Let the lips gently touch. Breathe in and out through the nose. Bring the left hand down. As you inhale, reach the right arm up. As you exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come back to center, right hand down. Inhale, and exhale, hinge to the right. Moving with your breath, Take your time. Inhale to reach through the arm and exhale to hinge. Inhale, switch, reaching through the arm and exhale to hinge. Keep the sitting bones rooted down. Maybe tip the gaze up towards that top hand as you move. The next time you hinge over towards the left, hold. Press down through the right sitting bone and bring the right hand to the back of the head. Reach the elbow up. So less thinking about the arm reaching, more thinking about the elbow. Take a deep breath into the right side ribs. Deep exhale, let it go. And then inhale, come back up to center, right hand down, left arm reaches, and hinge over towards the right. Relax that bottom shoulder and bring the back of the left hand, the left palm to the back of the head. Reach through the elbow. Deep breath into the left side ribs. Deep breath out, let it go. Inhale, come back to center, both hands down, and then come to a tabletop. Hands forward, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Few rounds of easy cat-cow. Make sure you press into your foundation so you even out the weight between the feet, the knees, and the hands. Inhale, arch through the spine, cow pose. Exhale, curl through the spine, cat pose. Move with your breath. You might like to change the position of the feet as you move. As you inhale, tuck the toes, press the toes down. As you exhale, point through the toes, press the tops of the feet down. Just an option if you want to add on. Doing the same thing with the foot as we are with the spine. And after your next exhale, come back to a neutral spine. Few rounds of thread the needle. As you inhale, sweep the right arm open. As you exhale, twist, thread the arm underneath. Let the right arm hover off the floor. Inhale to reach up through the arm. Take space. Then exhale, thread it through. Let it hover. Inhale, reach up, pressing into the inner right hand, left hand. As you exhale, thread it through. Let it hover. Take a deep breath in, draw the navel in. As you exhale, lower the right hand down, the whole back of the right arm down. The right ear comes down, and the left hand can stay in front of the face. Maybe you walk the hand forward. One more option, you can shift the weight into the right knee, tuck the left toes, send the left leg long so that the toes are on the floor. Draw the navel in, work on the balance here. Maybe you even lift that left leg up slightly. Maybe not. If that left leg is lifted, bring the toes down, bring the knee down. Now on your exhale, bring the left hand in front of the nose. Inhale, press into the hand, reach the right arm up. And exhale, back to tabletop. One round of cat-cow. Inhale to arch. And exhale to curl. Come back to a neutral spine. On an inhale, lift through the left arm. Lean the left shoulder open. Exhale, thread it through, let it hover. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread it through. Long, slow, deep breaths, let it hover. Inhale, reach through the arm. Exhale, thread it through, let it hover and hold, reach through the fingertips, deep inhale. And exhale, lower the hand, lower the ear. Either keep the right hand in front of the nose, maybe walk it forwards like down dog. Maybe find your balance on that left side, tuck the right toes, and send the right leg long, long on the floor. Option to work on the balance and lift the right leg. If the leg is lifted, slowly bring the toes down, pull the knee back to meet the left. As you exhale, press the right hand down in front of the nose. Do inhale, sweep the left arm open, take up space, and exhale back to tabletop. Downward facing dog, walk the hands, one hand print forward, spread the fingers, tuck the toes, and send the hips up and back as you lift the knees. Bend and straighten one knee at a time if you like, pedaling out the feet. Maybe you like to lift a leg and open up a hip. Just like we did seated, spin the biceps out away from the ears as the triceps come forward. Press into the inner hand, lift the hips up and back. Sending an external rotation in the shoulders, but keeping the weight square over the full circumference of the palm. Knees can be bent here, especially in this first one. Let the head and neck go, let the jaw go, relax the muscles of the face. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale, let it go. When you're ready, tiptoe the feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Generous bend in the knees. Let the head and neck release down towards the floor. A lot of options here. You can keep moving forwards and back, shifting the weight. You can hold on to elbows. You could shift side to side. You could bring the hands to clasp at the low back and open up the shoulders a little bit more. On your next exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Left hand in front of the nose, even just fingertips is fine. Bend the left knee a lot, straighten the right leg a little bit more, and reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a little twist. Maybe you tip the gaze up, maybe the gaze remains looking down. Lean the right shoulder open, relax the left shoulder. Deep inhale. And exhale, bring the right hand down. Switch hands, switch the bend in the knees. And on an inhale, sweep the left arm up, take your twist. Draw the navel in to support the low back. Keep at least a micro bend in that knee. Lean the left shoulder open. Find a place to gaze that feels comfortable for the neck. Deep inhale. And exhale, lower the hand. Bend the knees generously. Inhale, halfway lift, arch through the spine, maybe even look forward. And exhale, fold, crown to floor. 2 more times like that. Inhale, like you're moving through honey, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, halfway, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. And the knees slowly roll up to stand as you inhale, stacking one vertebra at a time. Half sun salutations. Find your feet underneath you. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Let the elbows come a little bit behind the body. Draw the navel in. Press the feet down as you reach the crown tall. One deep inhale here. One deep exhale, let it go. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana, hinge forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. And exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, come to stand, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. One more time like that. Like you're moving through honey. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, maybe look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Weight in the toes. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Take your time. Let your whole breath lead you up. And exhale, Tadasana. Adding on, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold, tipping from the hips. Feel the strength in your feet that haven't moved for a while now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, low lunge. Little arch in the spine as you look forward. As you exhale, find down dog. Step the left foot back. Inhale to plank, shift the shoulders over the wrist. Notice if you need to adjust your stance a little bit to get there. Lift the front body into the back body, puff up the space between the shoulder blades and press through the heels. Look forward towards the horizon, send the collarbones forward, deep inhale. As you exhale, shift the shoulders forward, bend the elbows lower all the way down. Elbows back, inhale, peel the upper chest off the earth, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. 2 more rounds, inhale, Bhujangasana, press the tops of the feet down. Exhale, lower, keep the back of the neck long. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, lower down, press yourself back to downward facing dog. You can always take child's pose or puppy dog if that feels better. Deep breaths here. Continue to inhale from the sitting bones all the way up to the crown. And exhale, press the air from the crown all the way out through the sitting bones. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. On an inhale, feet come forward, halfway lift. 1 slow, deep breath. And exhale, fold. Micro bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, back to Tadasana. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back. As you inhale, little arch through the spine, look forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank, hold here, press through the palms. Look slightly forward. Press the front body into the back body. Deep inhale. As you exhale, shoulders come forward, elbows in, lower all the way down. 3 back bends, maybe baby cobra like we did before, maybe sphinx pose, bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders. Maybe you're ready for upward facing dog. Spin the inner thighs up towards the ceiling. Take 1 more round. As you exhale, find downward facing dog or any inversion that you like. Inversion here just meaning head under hips. That could be child's pose. Notice that internal dialogue, especially as we come to stillness. And again, spin the inner arm towards the outer arm, pressing the eyes of the elbows forward a little bit more. Press into the inner hand, lift the hips. One deep inhale from the crown all the way down. One deep exhale. On an inhale, come to the top of the mat, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, one long, slow, deep breath. And exhale back to Tadasana. Let's do one round of Surya Namaskar B. Feel free to skip any and all of the vinyasas. We start with chair pose. So either bring the big toes together, heels slightly apart, or feet right under the hips. Pull the feet away from each other without moving them, so you turn on the outer hips. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. On an inhale, bend through the knees, sink the hips back, either thumbs to sternum, arms forward, palms up, or arms in line with the ear. Sink the hips back, send the tailbone down. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, optional vinyasa. Plant the hands, both feet step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, flip the feet, take a back bend. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot between the hands, back heel down on an angle. Inhale, warrior one. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, optional vinyasa. Hands frame the front foot, step the front foot back, lower down, long breath. Inhale, flip the feet. Exhale, down dog. Step the left foot between the hands. Lower the back heel down. Warrior one. Deep inhale, press the hips forward. Exhale, hands come down. Go through vinyasa or skip it. Holding down dog. 5 slow, deep breaths. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. On an inhale, step to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Coming to chair, bend the knees, weight in the heels. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Step the feet about hips distance apart. Spread the toes. We'll do 2 versions of a forward fold. Keep the knees as generously bent as you like, at least micro bent. Hands come to the hips. Roll the shoulders back, elbows pull behind you. Deep inhale, tuck the tailbone down. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone forward as you come to forward fold. Again, at least micro bend the knees, but they can be bent more. Then bring the peace fingers around the big toes. Padangusthasana, as you inhale, look forward like a halfway lift, bend the knees. As you exhale, forward fold, tip the hips up, send the head down, shoulders down away from the ears. Rather than pulling the elbows out to the side, can you pull them in towards the knees? Again, spinning the biceps out, triceps in. Press the weight into the toes, then press the heels down and lift the hips up a little bit more. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Remove the fingers on an inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, we'll take Padahastasana. Bring the hands under the feet, palms up, toes into the creases of the wrists, if you can reach. Knees can be generously bent. On an inhale, again, little halfway lift, even if that just means looking forward. As you exhale, forward fold, again, weight in the toes, heels press down, hips lift up. Release the jaw, any gripping in the face. One more deep inhale. Deep exhale, start to remove the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, reach through the crown, shoulders back. And exhale, fold. Bring the hands to the hips, micro bend the knees, and inhale, roll all the way up to stand, Tadasana. Okay. Step the feet wide, setting up for triangle pose. Turn the left toes out to face the short edge of the mat. And then the right heel out slightly, heel to arch alignment in the feet. Bring the hands to the hips and reach through the crown. Keep pressing into the big toe of the left foot. Reach the arms into a T, squaring the shoulders towards the long edge of the mat. Deep inhale. As you exhale, tip the hips back as you reach the left arm forward. Forward, forward, forward as far as you can. Then lower the hand onto the shin, the knee, maybe the floor as you reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep pulling the left hip underneath you, pressing into the big toe of the left foot. Keep the left knee micro bent and lean the right shoulder back. Maybe you gaze up towards the right fingers, maybe not. Few more breaths here. One more option to send the right arm in line with the ear, get a little side stretch. Final option, send the left arm in line with the ear. If you took that variation, extend the arms, deep inhale. Bend into the left knee, exhale. And then inhale, come back up to stand. Hands come to hips. We'll switch the feet. So parallel the feet. And then right foot turns out 90 degrees. Left heel can come out slightly. Square shoot through the shoulders. So the hips won't be square towards the long edge of the mat because the hips don't go that way. That's fine. But the shoulders will. Give your cat some attention. Then bring your hands to your hips. Press into the big toe of the right foot. And inhale to reach the arms long. As you exhale, cut the hips back. Reach the right arm forward. And then bring the right hand down wherever it reaches. Left arm reaches up, thumb in line with the nose. A lot of us tend to overreach the arm here, especially if we're open in the shoulders. Lean the left shoulder back from the mid back. And keep the nose and the left thumb in line. Maybe you send the left arm in line with the ear, maybe the right arm. Pressing down into the feet. The arms are lifted, spread through the arms, deep inhale. As you exhale, bend into that front knee, bring the hands to the hips, and inhale, come back up to this wide stance. Okay, come to the top of the mat and shake it out a little bit. Bend one knee and then the other. Bring the hands behind the back, find a clasp of the hands, or you can hold elbows or wrists if that's easier. And then with the feet hips distance, press down through the hands, lift through the collarbones, maybe tip the gaze slightly forwards and up a bit. Draw the navel in, tip the hips forward. Little mini back bend here. One more deep inhale as you reach the collarbones up. As you exhale, hinge forward, forward fold, knees bent. Hands can stay towards the low back. Keep the palms together. Maybe the arms come away from the back, only as a little flourish. Spin the inner thighs behind you. Press down into the big toe ball mounds of the feet. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring the hands towards the low back if they're lifted. Release the hands to the floor. And then on an inhale, slowly roll up to stand. Okay, step the feet out again. We're gonna set up for triangle again. So left toes, 90 degrees. And then instead of heel to arch, be like heel to heel or maybe even wider so that your right foot steps out a little bit more, but the same action so that the right heel is a little bit further out. So my foot is at like, this is 90 degrees, it's at like 80 degrees. Okay, straighten into the left knee and turn the hips forward to face the short edge of the mat. We're gonna do twisted triangle here. Keep the left hand on the hip. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward, pull the left hip back as you reach the right arm forward, and then bring the right hand down towards the floor. You can bend into the left knee if you need to. Press through the outer edge of the right foot, and then lean the left shoulder open. Start to stack the shoulders. Maybe you reach the left arm up towards the ceiling, maybe not. Again, that left knee can be bent a bit, but we're working on straight. Lean the left shoulder back, release the gripping in the jaw. Find some more space to breathe in the backs of the lungs as you pull the left hip behind you. On your next exhale, bring the left hand down. Micro bend the left knee if it's not already, and then slowly come up to stand. Okay, parallel the feet, other side. Spin the right toes to face the short edge of the mat. Heel to heel or wider in the alignment. It's a little bit more like warrior one. And then pull the right hip back, left hip forward, hip square towards the short edge of the mat, towards the right foot. Press into the big toe of the right foot to protect the knee. And then right hand on the hip. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, tip forward, reach through the hand, pull back through the right hand, and then lower the left hand towards the floor. You can bend into the right knee. Start to lean that right shoulder open. Hand can stay on the hip or hand can reach up towards the ceiling. Press through the outer edge of the back foot. Press through the big toe of the front foot. Find a place to gaze. It's comfortable for the neck. Come back through your breath. Keep reaching through the crown. And on your next exhale, bring that right hand down, micro bend into the right knee, and then inhale, come up to stand. Parallel the feet. Keep the wide stance for now. Bring the hands to the hips. Take a deep inhale. Press the hips down as you reach the crown up. As you exhale, forward fold. Tipping from the hips, you can bring the hands down onto the mat wherever they reach. Let the head and neck go. Keep pressing the feet away from each other without compromising the ankles. So make sure you're still pressing into the inner and outer edges of the foot. Play with tipping the weight back into the heels and then forwards into the feet. See if that changes the pose at all for you. Wherever you are, on your next inhale, come to a halfway lift, reach forward through the crown. Hands to hips, exhale. And then inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Turn the feet out like 45 degrees. And then bend into the knees, bring the hands towards the knees or the thighs. On an inhale, shift the left shoulder down. Look over the right shoulder. As you exhale, change sides. Right shoulder down. Making some twists here, moving with your breath. The next time the right shoulder comes down, come back to center. Bring the hands to the hips and straighten through the legs. Reach through the arms, star pose, arms up. Let the heart open up. Maybe tip the gaze up towards the ceiling slightly. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Bring the arms down. Step the feet to the top of the mat. Final vinyasa. You're welcome to skip it or do 100 push-ups, whatever makes you feel better. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. With your own breath, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, optional vinyasa. Go through it at your own pace. Four or five breaths in downward facing dog. And when you feel ready, on an exhale, we'll come to a comfortable seat. You can bring the knees down, or you could work on a jump through, looking between the hands, shift the shoulders over the wrists, and then hop the feet forward as you cross them. Try to bring them between the hands. Okay. With the legs forward, bend the right knee, and then bring the left foot underneath and tuck it towards the outer hip. Then cross the right foot over the left knee, as long as that feels okay. One final twist here, left hand to the right knee, reach the right arm behind you, draw the navel in. Gaze back behind you if you like. Maybe even tip the right ear towards the right shoulder. See if you can relax some gripping in the hips, maybe not all the gripping, but a little bit. Draw the navel in slightly. One more full deep breath here. On an inhale, shift the gaze forward. And on an exhale, unwind. Send both legs long and bend the left knee. Bring the right foot underneath and in towards the hip. Cross the left foot over the right knee. Hold on to the left with the right hand. And when you're ready, take your twist. Every inhale growing longer through the spine. Every exhale, twist a little bit more. Maybe lean the left ear towards the left shoulder for a little neck stretch. Can you soften through the hips any amount? On your next inhale, shift the gaze forward and exhale to unwind. Send both legs long. Actually bend the knees, feet on the floor. And bring your hips to the middle of the mat. We're going to come lying down. And then inhale, reach the arms forward. And then exhale, slowly lower down, one vertebra at a time. Pull the knees into the chest. Rock side to side a few times. That feels good. And from here, we'll take supine pigeon, two different versions. You can cross the right knee on top, right ankle on top of the left knee and then pull the legs in. Or you can cross the knee on top of the knee and then reach for the opposite foot with the hands. This is not really supine pigeon. This is more like cow facing pose. If this is an accessible pose for you, try tipping the hips down towards the floor so the low back peels away slightly. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Slowly start to unwind and then switch sides. Either left ankle on top of the right knee or left knee on top of the right knee, holding on to opposite feet. Again, maybe you tip the hips forward so the low back peels away. Notice any excess gripping in the shoulders and the jaw. One more full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Slowly start to release. Bring the feet to the floor. And either knock the knees in with the feet wide for Shavasana, or send the legs long. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you one at a time. Let the elbows, the eyes of the elbows open up towards the ceiling. Tuck the tailbone slightly so that the low back is long. And find a place where you could rest for a few minutes. Make any adjustments that would make you feel 10% more comfortable. If that's a wiggle, maybe it's a prop that you like to use. When you find that place, maybe sigh out your next breath and relax the jaw completely, letting go of any control over the breath, over the mind. Let it wander. And for the next few moments, do absolutely nothing. Watch the thoughts, the sensations, the feelings that come up. Knowing that there's no way that you could do this pose incorrectly as long as you're mostly comfortable. Relax, release, and let go. Shavasana. You can stay as long as you like. When you feel ready, begin to deepen the breath, breathing in from the backs of the lungs into the fronts of the lungs. Invite some small movements into the body. Eventually bend the left knee, roll onto the right side, using your upper arm as a pillow. Stay as long as you like. Use the left hand to press yourself back up to a comfortable seat, taking the awkward cross of the legs if you remember. And rock forwards and back a few more times, eyes open or closed, a little bit more gently than the beginning of class. Notice how you feel and come to stillness. Thank yourself for showing up, your body for working for you, whatever that looked like or felt like today. Gratitude for the practice. Let's take 3 deep breaths together to close. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. Long spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale. Exhale, maintain that length. Last time. Thank you so much for coming. Such an honor to share this practice with you.